You learn how to travel, you learn that sleep is the most important thing, and you eat a lot of oranges and bananas.
I got me a bomb smoothie here with some bananas and mixed berries. How's it going, guys? So you may have seen my video of Jared Leto's weight loss transformation, what he had to go through for many of his acting roles. Well, this time I'm covering a different 30 Seconds to Mars story, Brendan Brazier. And he was talking with Tomo, the guitarist from 30 Seconds to Mars, on VyRT, which is basically 30 Seconds to Mars virtual experience and type of online platform that they use. And I think they're even doing a series on there called Thrive, named after Brendan's book Thrive. And if you guys don't know who Brendan Brazier is, he is an Ironman triathlete, 100% vegan. He was the formulator, I believe, for the protein supplement company called Vega. This dude's awesome, and I can't believe he was on there speaking with Tomo from 30 Seconds to Mars to such a huge audience like that. And that's so cool that 30 Seconds to Mars have created sort of this online platform for them to use independently without having other people to tell them how to run their show. And so they've actually chose to have a vegan to promote their nutrition stuff. But when I was putting that Jared Leto video a few years ago and watching all those interviews, I remember Tomo clearly stating that he wasn't vegan.
Who eats vegan pancakes?
We all do.
And roast chicken?
We all do. Vegan pancakes and chicken are a great combination.
Who's vegan in the band and who's not?
I think Jared's vegan, last I checked. I am not vegan. I'm a meat-eating, bloodthirsty motherfucker.
Yes, chicken does not sound vegan to me. So now you guys know what I'm talking about. So I didn't know how this conversation was going to go. Like, I know Jared is vegan and they're obviously in the same band, but I didn't know how that conversation was going to go. Having Brendan on, if he was going to sort of push his vegan buttons, if you will, and try to justify that eating meat is good for you and all this stuff. So here's a clip from the VyRT session Thrive.
I've been chatting quite a bit with people on the VyRT forums and just, on my Twitter and things like that. And people oftentimes, they'll actually, some people have gotten even a little uppity with me about, getting defensive about eating meat and cheese and saying like, well, it's not true, and I don't believe that you can have a healthy diet and a healthy lifestyle, certainly not a fully nutritional one. Yeah. And of course, I'm new to this, so I'm never gonna like bag on somebody for sticking to the old ways. But because I am curious about the facts, the facts are, and correct me if I'm wrong, that it is not only inaccurate, but just fully not true, the idea that you must have animal protein.
Yeah.
It's just a flat out lie. If somebody's telling you that you must have that, am I correct in saying that that's just simply not true?
Absolutely. I mean, there's lots of people who are very healthy and perform well, and I would even say once it's done right, even better as an athlete than those who do eat a traditional way and eat meat. And yeah, so not only can you be a great athlete, I think you can actually be a better one. But again, there's some learning involved too to really get the most performance out of plant-based. So it's not just vegan. Like, vegan can be junk food too. There's a lot of vegan junk foods out there, and I think some people make that mistake of assuming as soon as they cut out animal products, they're all of a sudden going to feel amazing, and they usually feel a little better. But like I say, there's a lot of bad food that is plant-based too. It's just
tell me about it.
Knowing what to eat.
My first couple of weeks of cutting out all animal product, I was like, oh, I see the problem here. People eat tofu and like seitan and like these like, oh, it's like because it's deep fried and it doesn't have butter or meat in it, now it's vegan. Right. And I was like, oh, this is where the problem is, because I want to eat lean too, and I want to get strong and like feel good. Certainly when I cut out cheese and stuff like that, almost in just a couple of days, I mean, I was telling you when we talked, like literally in about 2 days, I have terrible hay fever while I'm overseas, like horrendous. It affects me so badly. And I'm telling you, in 2 days of not eating that stuff, it stopped affecting me. In 2 days.
Yeah,
now,
amazing.
I don't care what anybody says. That is something that I can tell you affects me deeply when I'm touring overseas, and it makes me miserable. Touring in the summer in Europe is awesome, of course, but it's also horrible for somebody who suffers from that hay fever really badly. And for me, it was like debilitating. Like in London, you basically are bedridden with a cold.
Right.
It's really not that different. the way it affects me. And by just cutting that stuff out, I literally stopped having a stuffy nose. I literally stopped having that happen and that go on. And I was just kind of like, that's crazy.
Seriously, he gets it. Okay, so I had no idea what to expect. And when I watched this, I'm like, Tomo's a level 43 vegan. He's online debating with people, he's on the forums, and he's even trying it out himself. So I don't know if he's 100% vegan or if he's just sort of giving it a test trial or what, but I'd say that's awesome. And he clearly realizes that having meat in your diet does absolutely nothing for you. In fact, it has negative consequences. And I thought it was so interesting that once he gave up animal products, he started to feel a lot better. He started having less mucus. Because the thing is, when you're eating animal products, especially dairy, like milk, cheese, butter. Dairy is one of the most mucus forming foods you can eat out there. So if you're eating a lot of dairy, a lot of animal products, which he definitely had in his diet before, that will definitely create a lot of mucus and kind of leave you stuffy and congested. That's something I have not experienced in just my 3 years of being vegan, because all the foods that I'm eating are not mucus forming. Also, I thought it was good to point out to the viewers that may not be vegan or, you know, may even be vegan curious, because Tomo, Jared, maybe Shannon are vegan and they want to try it out for themselves. I thought it was important to state that just because you're vegan, just because you quit animal products, does not mean you're going to be healthy. Heck yeah, you know, once you drop out meat, dairy, eggs, fish, and all that crap, you're going to start feeling better by default. But if you're eating a lot of the processed foods, especially like the soy products and the fake meats and all that, you're not going to feel that much better, and you're not going to reap the benefits of a true plant-based diet. So I thought that was a great point, and I'm glad Brendan brought that up, because a lot of people will fail like that. They'll jump on the vegan bandwagon. They'll start giving up all this junk food and food that's toxic to you, and next thing you know, they're trying to replace it with high-fat, high-processed foods, and they're not feeling that much better. And they're like, well, the vegan diet didn't work out for me. But when you start incorporating lots of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, that's when you're going to start seeing the benefits of a whole food plant-based diet. So I thought that was awesome that they pointed that out and they discussed a little bit about that. But overall, I was very pleased of that segment with Brendan Brazier and Tomo on VyRT, and I'm looking forward to more of the series. You guys can catch more of that on VyRT.com, and yeah, I'm super stoked that they're promoting that. So kudos to Tomo for jumping on the vegan bandwagon with Jared and helping spread this awesome message, because it's great for your health, it's great for the animals, it's great for the planet. Win-win-win situation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little cover video of the Thrive series with Brendan Brazier on VyRT, and I've been getting a ton of requests to do follow-up videos on 30 Seconds to Mars stories ever since that first Jared Leto video, so I must have a lot of 30 Seconds to Mars fans. So if you guys have more requests, post those down below, and any general requests too that you guys want me to cover about the vegan lifestyle, post that down below as well. Give this video a like, subscribe for more vegan videos, and most importantly, be sure to go vegan, because it's either vegan pancakes or death.
Avocados, tomatoes,
Vine ripened. Of course.
vine ripened,
Goji berries.
good bread,
Slightly oversized crackers.